We had a lady, she was coming to do our programs a few years ago now. She rang up Saturday night and she said, I'm very worried about coming to your retreat. I said, why is that? She said, well, I'm about to go on dialysis. I'm 57, my legs are swollen, and I'm worried if when I come to your retreat and go through the detox, I'll get worse.
Why do thousands of people trust Barbara O'Neill for their health needs? Because she understands the power of nature. Barbara O'Neill is a renowned naturopath with years of experience in holistic health. Specializing in natural remedies, she helps people heal from within. Imagine dealing with issues like swollen legs or chronic fatigue. Barbara's approach isn't just about treating symptoms. It's about discovering the root cause and nurturing your body back to health. Through her expertise in naturopathy, Barbara combines traditional wisdom with modern science. She offers practical solutions and empowers you to take charge of your health. So, if you're looking to transform your well-being, join thousands who trust Barbara O'Neill. Embrace a holistic lifestyle and start your journey to better health today. Remember, true healing begins from within.
Smallest unit in the kidney, which is a little nephron. It's a little filtering unit. It's called the Bowman's capsule, and out of the Bowman's capsule, the filtrate comes out. And then the filtrate weaves around these tubules and is eliminated via the bladder. So what happens with these little filtering units is the blood comes in, weaves around the filtering units, and then the blood weaves around the tubules. So let me show you where in the kidneys are these little filtering units. So the medulla is the middle part, the cortex is the outside, and all the little filtering units basically sit on the outside, and then the tubules weave down like this, then into the ureter, into the bladder, and out via the urethra comes the urine. Kidneys not only filter the blood, they play an important role in what's called homeostasis, in balancing the body. So why am I talking about the kidneys with pH? Let's say the pH of the blood is getting too acid. Well, it's in this area of the blood going through the tubules that the pH is tested. You see, we only filter out 1.5 litres of urine a day, but out of these filtering units, 1,800 litres is filtered out. So where does that go? There's a reabsorption here. And it's in the reabsorption area that pH is being monitored. So let's say the pH of the blood is getting too acid, and we'll look at why that is in a moment. Then extra acid is dropped into the tubules to be urinated out. But let's say the pH of the blood is going too alkaline. Well, it is here that extra acid is pulled back out of the tubules and into the blood. So that is how the kidneys are constantly monitoring and balancing, if necessary, the pH of the blood.
The kidneys play a crucial role in maintaining the pH balance of blood, ensuring that it stays within the narrow range of about 7.35 to 7.45, which is slightly alkaline. They achieve this through three main mechanisms, primarily occurring in the nephrons, the functional units of the kidney. Excretion of hydrogen ions. The kidneys remove excess hydrogen ions from the blood, which are acidic. This occurs in the proximal tubules, distal tubules, and collecting ducts of the nephron. Specialized cells called intercalated cells in these areas actively pump hydrogen ions into the urine. By removing hydrogen ions, the kidneys help to prevent the blood from becoming too acidic, a condition called acidosis. Reabsorption of bicarbonate. Bicarbonate is a key buffer in the blood that helps neutralize acids. The kidneys filter bicarbonate out of the blood, but instead of excreting it, they reabsorb most of it back into the bloodstream, mainly in the proximal tubules. This process ensures that sufficient bicarbonate remains in the blood to buffer acids and maintain pH balance. Generation of new bicarbonate. When excess acid is present, the kidneys can generate new bicarbonate ions. This happens in the proximal tubules and the distal nephron through a process called ammoniogenesis, where ammonia is produced from amino acids like glutamine. Ammonia binds to hydrogen ions, forming ammonium, which is then excreted in the urine. This process effectively removes acid from the blood and generates new bicarbonate, which is reabsorbed into the bloodstream to help neutralize acid.
Let me give you a story to illustrate. We had a lady, she was coming to do our programs a few years ago now. She rang up Saturday night and she said, "I'm very worried about coming to your retreat." I said, "Why is that?" She said, "Well, I'm about to go on dialysis. I'm 57, my legs are swollen, and I'm worried if when I come to your retreat and go through the detox, I'll get worse. Do you have a doctor there?" I said, "We don't, but we will keep a close eye on you. We can adjust as we go, and there is a hospital an hour away if you need that." And if someone would say to my husband, "Do you have a doctor there at your retreat?" you know what his answer is? "No, and we don't want one." You see, we're not doctors, we're just lifestyle coaches, teaching people how to be their own doctors. Yes, go to your doctor, yes, go to your specialist, and see what he says. And what can you do with his advice? You can take it or leave it. That's why God's given us this sound mind to consider these things. I said, we'll closely monitor you. The lady who rang me Saturday night, she said, "Oh, all right. Never had anyone come reluctantly to our health retreat before." I found out why later. Her mother and her sister had paid for her and were pushing her to go. So she came. Early that morning, I was praying. I said, "Father in heaven, what do I do with this lady? She's about to go on dialysis." And then God put into my mind a few things. Remember that early morning? My celery was going to seed. Did you know that celery is an excellent kidney herb? My parsley was going to seed. Did you know that parsley is an excellent kidney herb? Couch grass is all through my yard and trying to get into my garden. I'm always pulling it out. Another kidney herb. So I gathered all of this, and what I did was I made her up a litre or a quart of tea every day with the celery seed. I just put the tops in. And I put some ginger in there to make it taste a little bit better so it didn't taste like grass. As I'm consulting with this lady, I discovered that she only drinks 2, maybe 3 glasses of water a day. She would say, "Look at my legs. There's too much water in my body now." Can you see that reasoning? It's because she's dehydrated that the body is actually unable to handle that water. So what happens in this reabsorption here is not only pH is balanced, but so is sodium and water levels in the body. So when that goes down, can you see why the legs swell? Her blood pressure was high. Blood pressure is also monitored here. She was having 3 cups of coffee a day. She's a nurse, and nurses drink a lot of coffee as a rule. Coffee dehydrates you even more. I discovered she had a gluten intolerance. And because she was a nurse eating a lot of fast food, with lots of cookies and sandwiches on the run, she also had a hormonal imbalance. She said to me, "I will not be able to walk with the guests in the morning." I said, "That's right, not with those legs. But what I'd like you to do is I'd like to get on the little rebounder for 1 minute every hour, just doing this, just this." That's called the health bounce. Anyone can do that. And that will stimulate the lymphatic system to start dispersing the fluid in the legs. I said, "I want you to drink a litre of water a day and a litre of this tea." And that was far more than she was usually drinking. But I said, "You are never to drink a whole glass at once. You have to drink it little by little by little by little. And the kidneys can cope a lot better with that." So Monday morning, she did not walk with the guests. Tuesday morning, she walked with the guests. Her legs had gone down by half. She was so excited. She hadn't seen them like that for weeks. She was a very happy lady when she went home. We wrote a program for her to continue. She emailed me 3 months later. She said, "I don't have to go on dialysis." Isn't that incredible? I was talking to a nurse. She said, "I've never heard such a thing." Who healed her? The body. Nature alone is the effective healer, and how much better can it perform its task when given the right conditions? She said, "I've had a liver function test, and my liver function, the test is the best it's been for years." She said, my inflammatory markers have come back to normal. She said, I feel better than I have felt for 10 years. I'm going back to full-time work. I've lost 10 kilos. That would be 20 pounds in weight. This is in 3 months. She was an excited lady. In fact, her mother and her sister say that she thanks them every day. But when she was coming in the first day, she was not thanking them. She was saying, why have I done this? So simple, and yet often bypassed. So you can see that the kidneys not only filter the blood, they play an important role in what's called homeostasis, in balancing the body, in balancing the pH, in balancing the sodium and water balance in the body, in balancing blood pressure. I don't think you'll ever look at your kidneys the same again, will you?
This is why you need celery, parsley, and scotch grass tea to keep your legs happy. Celery isn't just for snacks. It's packed with anti-inflammatory properties that help reduce swelling. Next up, parsley. This little herb is a powerhouse for flushing out excess fluids. And don't forget scotch grass tea, a lesser-known gem. It's fantastic for improving circulation and reducing leg discomfort. As Barbara O'Neill beautifully demonstrated, you see how easy it is to reduce swelling in the legs by simply using nature's gifts: celery, parsley, and scotch grass tea. It's amazing how such simple remedies, straight from the earth, can have such a profound impact on our health. Nature truly offers us everything we need to heal and thrive. Let's continue to embrace these natural wonders and trust in their ability to restore balance in our bodies.